Governor Christie has been spending a lot of time out of state campaigning for the presidency. Given the kinds of problems that New Jersey is facing, is the lieutenant governor empowered to solve these problems, to work on them in the absence of the governor? Governor Kean?
We got a good lieutenant governor, but she's got zero power. And that's the way it was structured. She wouldn't even have a job unless the governor had made her Secretary of State. So without the governor empowering a governor doing the job in New Jersey, no, nobody else can do it. We got one governor, he's the most powerful governor in the country, and without him, the state drifts.
Do you agree with that, Governor Florio? And if so, what are the implications for the state?
I think the mandate of the lieutenant governor is pretty much open. So that it depends upon the decision by the governor as to what authority he'll provide to the lieutenant governor. The lieutenant governor has been very good on projects. She's very good in terms of getting things closed. So
attracting business to the state?
Attracting business and coming to conclusions, getting the bureaucracy to work a little more effectively. But the governor has a somewhat controlling personality. And I just get the impression that he's not willing to delegate a lot to anybody.
The state is facing some very serious issues on all accounts. There's a pension fund obligation, there's a transportation trust fund to be funded. The economy has certainly been lagging, 9 credit downgrades in the state. So where does this leave New Jersey with those problems? Who's fixing them? Can they be fixed?
Yeah, problems are created by people in the end. They can be fixed by people. But it's going to take a combination of gubernatorial leadership, a cooperative legislature, which is going to be very difficult to get because, we're moving into another gubernatorial cycle soon, and people are going to be running for governor, and so they're going to be looking at things politically, and we need a legislature that's going to try to do the right thing.
At some point, we're going to have to look at the whole federal system as to how you raise taxes and where you develop the money to. We might very well have to have the federal government bailing out some of the states. We won't call it a bailout, we'll call it revenue sharing. But the fact is that will only happen when the nation perceives the system is not working as a total, and then we'll have to talk about some broad-based tax system that nobody wants, but may very well be essential.
Let me switch gears to the state of the Republican Party in New Jersey, with the governor raising money in the state. What is the situation right now with the GOP party in this state?
Well, again, it hasn't got a leader because the leader's off in New Hampshire, and it hasn't got much money because the governor has been raising money naturally for his own campaign. Most of it's coming out of New Jersey. And so there isn't much left for the people who want to run for freeholder or people who want to run for the legislature or the other offices. So the Republican Party's in bad shape in New Jersey. And again, it needs leadership and it needs the governor back home.
Does the governor need to have New Jersey solidly behind him in order to do better nationally in his campaign?
Well, certainly it would be helpful to have that. But I think the problem, and I'm certainly not an expert on the Republican Party, but the fact is nationally the Republican Party is having this schizophrenic fight with itself in terms of the minority of people in the Republican Party who are dominant, the far right, Tea Party, whatever you want to call them, the Trump voters. I suspect Trump would not carry New Jersey in the primary, but we don't know.
Is that a possibility? Could Trump carry New Jersey?
He could. I don't think he would, but he could. Trump's support is steady. The people I talk to, Trump supporters, aren't going anywhere else. In a crowded primary, he can carry a lot of places, because Jim's right. 25% is not much, but 25% if you get 6 candidates in there is quite a bit. And you can carry a lot of primaries. So, it's going to depend on a lot of these candidates getting out. And then if it's Trump versus Rubio, Trump versus Christie, Trump versus Bush, or whoever, that's a different game.
And the new dynamic that's at work is that the candidates not getting out, many of them are not getting out because they've got a source of money. And they say, why not stay in?
Yeah.
In the old days, people would have run out of money and would have had to drop out. That's no longer automatic.
Governors, it's always interesting to hear your voice of experience on the issues. Thank you very much for sharing your perspectives.
Thank you, Ken.
Welcome.